Let's take a look at the text tool in Illustrator. I'm going to take a new document. Let's say I'm going to take this one, common. You can also access this from new and choose the web option, and the first one you would have the common. Okay. So this icon here, T, is the type tool, and you can also activate this using the shortcut T. After clicking on this, you can go to your artboard and you'll see a little bit cursor like this. When you click, then it will come up with a lorem ipsum text. If you're using Illustrator CC, you will see this, and if you're using older versions, then you won't be able to see this. Then the text will just appear like this. It will come with a blinking cursor like this. I'm going to press escape and delete. So there are two types of text. This is the point text. There will be one single line. You can just keep on typing. First line. I can press enter, and then okay, I can press escape if I'm done with my editing, or I can just go back to my direct selection tool. There, the editing is done, and if I want to go inside within the text, I can use the text tool and then go at the place where the text is written, not before that, not after that. Particularly when you see this cursor appear, then and only then you'll be able to come here and make this changes here like this. So you can make the changes like so. Make sure you particularly press within the text, not outside. I'm going to press escape and delete. So that was our point text. Next we have a paragraph text. I'm going to click on type tool and then click and drag like so. I'm going to make a certain shape here, and this comes up with a dummy text of lorem ipsum, and the whole paragraph is filled up with this dummy text. So this is the type of a paragraph text. Notice that there is a difference here. Let's say I'm going to take a regular text tool, press escape, and there you see it, the circle is white and here the circle is blue. So if the text is having this blue circle, and we select this and you see this blue circle, then this is the paragraph text and this is the point text. You can also convert the point text to paragraph text by just simply clicking on this, double click, and this is now a paragraph text, and you can extend the shape of this paragraph. Say I'm gonna just go ahead and copy this lorem ipsum, Control C, and I'm gonna space Control V, and it will come within this particular shape. And I can increase and decrease the shape as well later on, or I could just move around and rotate basic transform tools. So here we have our paragraph text. I can just, and here I have my few properties in the control panel. I can access them with these properties as well. So one we have is the opacity. I can also control the opacity. I can change the color from here, double click on this, and let's say I want a red one, so just click OK, and there my text is red now. I can also give a stroke. Let's say I want a stroke of black color, so I'm going to choose black color, and there, oh, it is white and it is overlapping. Let's just go back and choose black color. Okay, it's way too thick, so I'm just gonna bring down the stroke width, and there I have given a black stroke to my text. I'm gonna give none for now. Give it none. Keep the text to black for now, and let's explore the other properties that what we can do with this type tool. So here I have an option of character. I can change the text from here. Click on here, and whatever text you have available in your system, it will come up here and show up like this. You can just click here, and if you remember the name of the text, you can just type in. I'm gonna type this particular text, Babus. Click, and this is my text. So this particular text is designed to have only capital letters and only one particular style. So it comes with one style only. Let's say I'm going to choose another text, and it can have different styles. So make sure the text has different styles. If you want to access them, you have regular, extra light, light, semi light. This text would just go on increasing its width. Italic would make it a slant, extra bold, italic, and so on. So some text would have these options and some text would not. It depends on which text you're choosing. Let's just say this is my Read Pro, the default font. It has a few options here. You can also download these fonts over the internet. Let's say this one, bold. It has Roman as well. Okay. Here you can increase or decrease the weight. I have an option of increasing the weight here as well. Not every font would have this option. I can just click on, and if you see, the width of the font is becoming more and more. So I can give black right away here, or I could just increase the width to 900. Here next we have the option of font size. So I can just click on here and increase the font size like so. Click here and it will start increasing exponentially. Give undo now. Or I could just give in here, let's say I want 40 point, enter, and it will come with the 40 point text. Few options we have. If I want to align the paragraph, this is by default left align. I can also align it center, so everything will start from the center, and I can also align right. Everything will start from will just adjust itself to the corner of right. Next we have, let's see, a control panel here. Okay, here I have this character panel. If you don't see this, you can access this using this option here. Go to type and click on this character, or you can use shortcut Control T. It will appear like so. Okay, so I already have it here, so I don't want that also. So just in case if you get this one, Control T, I'm going to just give Control T. Yeah. Here you get these options, and if you want more options, you can just click here and show options, and it will show more options. So make sure you have these options for now. Let's just explore these options. I can just go ahead and choose a font style. This one here used to block this view here, and so I could not make a better judgment here. This one is from the side, so I can make a better judgment of having a full view advantaged when I'm editing my text style. Okay, so here I have a ton of options for this. Okay, I can also choose this weight as well, and width, weight and width. I can increase and decrease the size. You can just select this and give up arrow key. That is another way of increasing and decreasing this text size. Go and change this to light. Okay, this is the leading. If I increase this leading, it will start giving space between two lines. That is leading. But you should opt for automatic here. Automatic is the best option here. Let's say I increase the font, then it will automatically just make a proper adjustment of the text. If you just keep it some sort of fixed one, like say 36, and then increase the font, you see that it starts to get within the font. It starts to get merging. So make sure you get it auto. It will automatically analyze space and then give a proper setting to it. I'm just going to bring it down. Here I have few options: optical, matrix, and zero. Say I'm going to move this text here. Press T and take a point text. Point text, escape, there. Zoom in and let's check out what happens here. Auto, optical, and zero. It works for about the spacing in between two characters. Let's just say I'm going to click here and then I'm going to increase this. Select this and increase this. Auto, optical, and matrix. I'm going to give it 10 here. 10. It is not able to give any option here, not any more than 0 or any of these few options here. Okay, select the text. Next we let's just select auto, and this one is spacing. Set the tracking for the selected characters. I can increase the tracking. It will increase the spacing between two characters throughout the text. I can choose and select in case I want to play around particularly at that point. So it is increasing for these two characters only and not the rest of it. I'm just going to go ahead and undo this change. I don't want to have that one. And that's way too many steps. So I'm just going to go back and do a type tool and click. There. I have my lorem ipsum. But it does have the spacing option on. Just going to go ahead and give it 0 here. 0. I'm going to do Control T to get back my panel. Okay. Okay. Now next I'm going to show options. Here you can increase the height, but this is not advisable to do because these texts that you use in Adobe Illustrator or any other software, these are very much pre-calculated and designed, and if you change the anatomy of the shape, it will completely lose its proportions. In case you want a wider text, just use a different text. Don't just use different text rather than just increasing this height or width. In case you have done this by mistake, let's say if you just click on here or maybe here, and it will show up here, and make sure you just fix it to 100. Keep both of this 100 for the sake of proportion of the text. Click and drag here, and here I have an option of baseline shift. I can click on this and it will shift from its baseline. So from baseline would be from here. Originally it started from here and will shift up or down from the starting point. If I give in minus, it will start going back down. I can choose let's say this particular character as well. So this one, in case I want to do something with like this, then I can choose this option and do it. So, and I'm going to go 0, make it default. Also, next I have an option of rotating the text. This will rotate the text 16 degree, say 90 degree. All of them will be 90 degree. I'm going to give 0. Also, you can just select one particular character and increase the rotation, or maybe decrease the rotation minus. You can also give minus 90. 0. Okay. Next I have this option, all caps. If I want all of these characters in caps, just click and I don't have to retype my text in capitals. You can just go ahead and click and hold, do whole of this paragraph in capital, just one click. Okay, I'm going to switch off this. I can also go back, one click and go back. Next, I have small caps. So I'm going to click on this, and there you see all of them turn to capital, but the size of the small letters remain smaller than the actual capital letter. So this one stays the same size, but these all don't change the size. So that's here, small caps. Next, I have superscript. This will work in mathematical formulas. Let's say A plus B. You're typing a maths paper or giving a mathematical equation. So I'm going to select this 2 and click. There I have my option of A plus B whole square. Next, I have this option of subscript. Let's say I'm going to type H2O. H2 is water in chemistry. I'm going to click on, select this 2 text and click on this subscript. So it's going to give me the H2O. Next, I have the option to underline or strike through the text. Next, I'm going to press Control T. I have few other options with respect to this text, Control T, and I have a little paragraph tab here. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this. Here I have my regular left align, center align, and right align. I'll go back and make this smaller. And delete rest of these. I don't need this for now. We go to paragraph, and yeah, this will be the left align, center align, and right align. We also have justify. It will justify the text with proper spacing and fit within this box. This plus means there is more text here, so I can just click and drag to view more text, like so. Or I can click and drag here as well. As long as I see the plus, I will have more text within here. Next, I have center justify with the last line at the center, justify with the last line aligned to right, and justify everything justify to with respect to this bounding box. We go ahead and do align left because that's the default one. Here I have indent. This is left indent. I'm going to go ahead and give some point. Let's say 10 point. I'm going to give 10 point indent. So it is going to give me a 10 point space from the left hand side of the bounding box. And I also have right indent. Let's say I'm going to give 10 from here as well. So it will give me a spacing of 10 point from the right side. Let's say I'm going to increase this now. I'm going to get 50. So it's very much visible now. And I'm going to give 50 from here as well. There. Here I have an option of first line left indent. So I'm going to increase this. As you can see, the first line of the paragraph starts to go inside. Let's say I'm going to give it 25, 50. Okay. It is 50 here and 50 here. So total it is, this particular first line is 100 point indent here. So every single paragraph does have this as well. Now here I have space before paragraph. How much space do I want before paragraph? Let's say I want 30 point. Click, enter, and there I have the spacing. And this is spacing after paragraph, which is going to be the same thing, but it will give me after paragraph spacing. Let's say I'm going to add 10 point here, so it will give me 10 point more. So you can give either of these, and When the spelling does not complete within the line here, let's say this one, it will leave a dash and continue the spelling from the next line. If you don't want that to happen, you can just check off this hyphenate option and the word will move itself to the next line. So these are some options that you can use with the type tool.